Hi guys, Tiana here, and today we are playing Royale High, and in this video I'm about to reach level 40,000. Oh my gosh. And like always, I had posted a VIP server link on Twitter and lots of you guys have shown up today and I really appreciate that. It means so much to me that you take time out of your day to come and see me hit level 40,000, so thank you so much everyone. Now luckily baking has actually passed. It was the first class. Now as you know, every time I make these videos, I am worried that, I am not going to see baking, I'm accidentally going to miss it, and then I'm going to go bake the cupcakes like I always do, and then I'm going to accidentally level up. But luckily, we don't need to worry about that. Anyways, so we might as well start the baking now. So let's go ahead, fly up to baking here. So I have been so excited to introduce you to my new character, which is Princess Lydia. Now, I created Lydia back in January of 2021, if I remember correctly. So she's not exactly a new OC, but she's not exactly old either. Now, Lydia here is a performance fairy and she's quite famous, and this is because she attends the best performing arts school where only the most talented get accepted to attend. And, she's being constantly filmed with other students inside of the school and the dance competitions she attends, or the theatre shows. And it was made into a popular TV show that everybody loves to watch. So she's very talented when it comes to dancing, singing, acting, and all that jazz. And Lydia doesn't exactly have a likable personality. First off, she is very bitter, and this is because she cannot live down the trauma that she has experienced in the past. And she's definitely greedy, and she's a spoilt brat and always finds a way to get what she wants, usually by manipulating, whoever. So she can also be pretty sneaky, and she's selfish too and really doesn't think about anyone else but herself. And she can be grumpy at times and can get easily irritated by other people. But yeah, just overall, she is a very nasty person, unfortunately, and really has no concern for anyone else but herself. But of course, Lydia doesn't really act that way when she's being recorded by a cameraman in the school or at a competition or whatever, because, she is one of the most liked students on the show. And just to be on the safe side, I thought, you know what, let's bake for the 4th time, so we definitely have enough for everybody at the party, and I'll try and give them all out, even though sometimes it just doesn't work. Let's do vanilla again. So we have 2 chocolate, 2 vanilla. Yeah, we had a bit of a faff when I was first starting this video today, because accidentally I lost connection and I had already posted the link, so by the time everyone joined, I couldn't join back after losing connection because it was full, so we actually had to use a different link for this video. So yeah, that was a bit of a nightmare, not a great start, so take 2. But there we go, those are the last, so we have 4. Oh, I also got given a cupcake off April, so thank you so much, April. I will remember to eat that. But now guys, I am going to get into talking about Lydia's backstory, so buckle your seatbelt because this is a long yet pretty tragic backstory. So Lydia was born into a rich family, and Lydia's parents were 2 of the most famous musical theatre actors, and they were always given, the lead roles in plays because they always aimed for perfection, and they wanted Lydia to be a reflection of who they were with her, following in their footsteps to perfection and success, and to keep the good family reputation. She was always being encouraged to dance when she was younger because her parents, they really wanted her to get accepted into the performing arts school and be the best there by winning all the dance competitions and getting the lead roles in theatre plays, exactly like them. And her parents also always watched the latest episodes of the TV show too. So in early childhood, Lydia was sent to a performing arts studio where she spent most of the day learning to sing, dance and act. And when she was supposed to start primary school, Lydia's parents had her do online school instead of going to a school normally because They wanted her to spend more time in the studio to fully focus on becoming talented so she could get into the performing arts school one day. And soon enough came dance competitions and theatre plays, and Lydia's parents expected her to be the best by winning her dance competitions and getting the lead roles. And the lead roles were mainly given out to the best, so Lydia had to work really hard to obtain them, obviously. You know, she didn't want to disappoint her parents either, because they expected her to always come out on top. And a lot of the time, Lydia did win her competitions and get lead roles, and her parents would shower her in love and praise when she did. However, if Lydia failed to do so, her parents would emotionally abuse her and belittle her and make her feel like she's not good enough. And because of that, she basically believed that she was not worthy of being loved if she wasn't the best. And that was part of what shaped her to be a perfectionist because, you know, she wanted her parents to love her. And there was even times where Lydia's parents didn't show up to watch Lydia perform in the audience because she didn't get a lead role. And Lydia always looked out for them, and only to realise that they never even came to see her perform. And that really hurt her. When she was at home, all her parents wanted her to do was practice dancing, singing and acting, especially if she had like an upcoming performance, like a dance solo, regardless that she'd been practicing all day at the studio already. And when it came to the day of the performing arts school exam, her parents, you know, they told her that she had to pass and get into this school. And because of the pressure they put on her, she ended up screwing up her performance in the exam and didn't get into the school. Basically, the entrance exam involved Lydia showing off her dancing, singing, her acting and whatnot. But yeah, she didn't pass, and her parents were extremely embarrassed and disappointed in her, and they basically lost all hope in her, as she had been training for several years to get into the performing arts school and she flunked it. But it was really her parents' fault because they put too much pressure on her. And, you know, after that, they no longer wanted Lydia as their daughter, as they believed she brought shame upon the family because she was such a failure. So they decided to give her up. They actually worked with two couples in the performing industry, and they both dreamed of having their own child but couldn't due to infertility issues. So Lydia's parents offered them to adopt Lydia and take her in as their own after explaining that, you know, they didn't want her anymore, and they agreed to it. They ended up sacrificing their dream career of becoming a star to raise a child, regardless that it wasn't their biological child, because that was way more important to them. So yeah, they became the legal guardians of Lydia, and Lydia was taken to her new home. And Lydia, obviously, she was so heartbroken and so angry. And because she was given up by her biological parents, she was afraid that she would go through the whole experience of being given up again. So to shield herself from the pain of being disowned, she refused to love her adoptive parents and instead was very hostile and mean towards them to protect herself, because she didn't want to risk growing to love them only to be given up once again and go through the same exact pain. But her adoptive parents loved her to pieces as if Lydia was their own child, but Lydia would always push their love away, and she was very worried that their love was only going to be temporary and that they would eventually change their mind, and that's what really held Lydia back from loving them. But yeah, Lydia was so hurt by her birth parents, so hurt in fact, that she wanted to make them regret ever giving her up by passing the entrance exam and getting into the performing arts school for the following year and become the best there, as she knew very well that her birth parents were still going to be watching the show filmed inside of the school, and that gave her a huge boost of new motivation to keep going. So Lydia refused to attend a public school, so her adoptive parents had to pay for her to continue to do online school, which was very expensive, by the way. And Lydia's adoptive parents weren't nearly as rich as her birth parents, as they only really got like small roles in theatre plays when they were in the performing industry, but they gave all of that up to look after Lydia, of course. So they had to find a new job, and the pay really wasn't that great with their new job, but it was enough to support their family. But Lydia was used to living in luxury, you know, the rich life with her biological parents. And since her adoptive parents didn't have very much money, they couldn't afford to buy her everything that she wanted. Lydia very well caught on to the fact that her adoptive parents loved her, so she used that to her advantage by, you know, manipulating them very easily. She would tend to guilt trip them into buying her whatever she wanted by saying things like, "You clearly don't love me because you won't buy me this." And that worked on them. They would feel incredibly guilty, and then they would end up buying her whatever she wanted, regardless that they were almost in debt because of her. And they had to start working extra hours at their low-paying job just to keep up with Lydia's expenses, and they do eventually go into deep debt. But luckily, a year later, Lydia takes the exam to get into the performing arts school again, and she ends up passing this time, and she gets into the school. So the performing arts school did not do like academic lessons, so Lydia was required to attend another school as well, or do online school, which was fine too, which is what she was doing. But unfortunately, after the year she was already doing online school, her parents were unable to keep paying for her to do online school as it was way too expensive. So her parents enrolled her at Royale High School instead, which, you know, Lydia was not happy about. So Lydia went to the performing arts school, still having that motivation to become the best, of course, and she met the group of fairies that she would be having her classes with. Like, basically, there were only a limited amount of fairies the same age at the school, so they'd all be in classes with fairies only the same age as each other, if that makes sense. So yeah, Lydia met the group of fairies she was going to be having classes with, and one of those fairies was Princess Mayana. Now, Mayana had been at the Performing Arts School a year previously, which was the same year Lydia tried to get into the school but sadly didn't. So in class, a couple of solos were being given out for a competition somewhere, and the class had a dance battle, and the winners of the dance battle would be given a solo, and the winners happened to be both Lydia and Mayana. And you could say Mayana was definitely a little intimidated by Lydia, as she was the new girl and already had a solo. And yeah, so they ended up going to the competition and competed against each other and other schools and studios, and Lydia ended up coming second in her solo, with Mayana winning first place overall. And Mayana definitely could sense some tension between them, as Lydia was very cold towards her. This became a very regular thing. Mayana would always come out on top and beat Lydia at everything, as she was a perfectionist, exactly like Lydia. Mayana would always get the lead roles in group dances and theatre plays too, and that's because she was the best in the school. Well, Lydia really had it out for Mayana and treated her horribly all the time, and she also gave her the nickname Little Miss Perfect, as Mayana would not admit to mistakes. You could also imagine how annoyed Lydia was when she found out that Mayana was also attending Royale High for her second school too. But yeah, things started to escalate rapidly though. Lydia did her very best to try and mess up Mayana on stage in front of the audiences, by trying to trip her in group dances, but no matter how hard Lydia tried, Mayana would pip her to the post at everything. And that caused Lydia to do some snooping in the school files to find something negative about her and use it against her, because she knew very well that Mayana's reputation was important to her. And bingo, Lydia was able to find some private yet juicy information, because one of the files explained that Mayana had never actually passed her entrance exam to get into the Performing Arts School, and instead Mayana's parents bribed her into the school with a large amount of money after she failed the exam. And of course, with Lydia now knowing Mayana's biggest secret, she came up with a plan to take her out of the spotlight so she could be number one. And one day after school, Mayana was the last one to leave, and Lydia sneakily followed her and ended up pushing her down some stairs, where Mayana broke multiple bones and was left paralysed at the bottom of the stairs. And that's where Lydia basically threatened to spill Mayana's secret if Mayana were to tell anyone that she pushed her down the stairs. Also, shout out to my friend Luke for making this art of Lydia pushing Mayana down the stairs, which is on the screen right now. But anyway, Mayana was quickly rushed to the hospital and sadly had to lie to the doctor and her parents and say that she accidentally tripped down the stairs to save her reputation, of course. She wouldn't want anyone to know that she paid her way into the school, not at all. So Mayana was later on told that her injuries were so bad that she most likely wouldn't be able to perform again, and that broke Mayana into pieces. However, Lydia got what she wanted now that Mayana was out of the picture. She became the best, and she would always win in competitions and get the lead roles in whatever. As for Mayana, she went to physical therapy regularly, and with some miracle, she was able to start dance again. But she had lost a lot of her talent because of her injuries. Luckily, she was soon enough able to return to the performing arts school, and Lydia was not happy to see her back. But because of Mayana's injuries, she found herself losing against Lydia in dance competitions all the time, which then led to Lydia being nasty and rubbing her victory in her face and telling her that she should just give up dancing. But of course, Mayana kept on pushing to get back to the top despite Lydia's words, and she succeeded. So yeah, both Mayana and Lydia absolutely hate each other's guts, but they really can't get one another in trouble as they both have something against the other, so they really just have to fight for the win, which is obviously really intense every time because they're each other's competition and they really just don't want to lose to one another. Well, now that I have told you a bit about Lydia's backstory, I think it is time to hit level 40,000 and look at everyone dancing here. Oh my gosh, I love everybody's outfits. Oh my gosh, there is so much black over here, and then over here is oh my gosh, it's like the demons over here and the angels over here because it's white and then black. That is so cool. So I have just told everyone that I am doing the homework now, so let's go ahead, do art, music and baking. I'm pretty sure the first homework is going to level us up. I made sure to sleep in the diamond beach and get it all the way to the top, so the first homework would level us up, and I think it will. Yeah, that had me sweating, not gonna lie, because I was right, Tiana, do not level up, just take it slowly. You know, I kept clicking spacebar, jumping up, and then clicking E or R or whichever one it is to sleep, and then jumping back up, because I was so nervous that I was actually gonna level up then. Okay, well, here goes nothing. I cannot believe we're going to be level 40,000. This just doesn't seem real. I am honestly so excited. Okay, oh my gosh. So, music homework. Goodbye, level 39,999. Hello, 40,000. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Okay, we've done it, we've done it. Yes! Yes! Oh my gosh! Level 40,000! I am so happy! Oh my gosh! I can't believe it! I've done it! I am so happy! Oh my gosh, guys, words cannot even express how happy I am. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, yay! So, we are gonna have a really late party by the looks of things. It's already, 2:30 a.m, but that's okay. Usually the parties go on, through the day. So yeah, now we are gonna go ahead and have the party in the dorm. I actually don't think I claimed a locker. No, I mean a dorm. I haven't claimed a dorm yet, so let's quickly go ahead and do that, and I'll share with Luke here. We'll come in. Yeah, so I already painted Lydia's dorm here, as you can see. She's got her piano, of course, always got to practice. But yeah, oh my gosh, we have done it. Literally, that number just doesn't even seem real, especially for Royale High. It's absolutely insane. So let's try our best and give out the cupcakes, even though, like always, it's not working. Okay, finally, we got one person, two. Yeah, just gonna oh yeah, I did that person already, I think. Maybe we shouldn't have done 4 batches because I don't think I'm going to be able to give them all out. I just cannot click on Gabby here because I think it's the heels. It has to do with the heels. But yeah, we may come back to giving the cupcakes out at the end. But here I got given one off April, who baked as well at the start of the video. She actually baked them before I started the video actually. So that's awesome. Let me eat that. Yeah, so I am really looking forward to start leveling up once again. The next is 50,000, guys. Oh my gosh, I am really excited about this. Probably more than 40,000 and 30,000 because that is halfway to level 100,000. Absolutely insane. Okay, there we go. I have given all of the cupcakes out and hopefully everyone got one. I think some people definitely got some doubles. but that's okay. Oh, and looks like I've got one here, so let me just go ahead and eat that too. Oh, and also I do want to point out that I have had my badge icon changed. So if I go ahead and turn my badge on, you can see I have a new badge icon. I am so happy because, as you know, my old badge was really outdated. You know, everybody asked me, which OC of yours is your badge icon? And I had to reply with, oh, that's actually supposed to be me. It's not even an OC. And yeah, it was supposed to be me. So as you can probably tell, it's very outdated. So thankfully, I was able to get it changed. Look, April is giving out her badge as well. So yeah, just a big thank you to like Barbie and Kit for that, because, you know, I had to speak to Kit to get it changed. So that was awesome. And then she told Barbie. So I really appreciate that. So, you know, big thank you to both of them. So now my badge icon is me again, obviously, and it's me, the black and pink demon, and yeah, I'm just so happy. But yeah, oh my gosh, this party has been so much fun. I've really had a great time today, so thank you so much, everyone. Oh, you know what, guys? I forgot to put on my other outfit for Lydia while we were having the party, but that's okay. But anyways, guys, I think I am going to end this video here. As always, please remember to tell me down in the comments what you think of my OC Princess Lydia. That's always appreciated. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. I really do hope you enjoyed. And a big thank you to everyone who came and joined me today. I had so much fun. If you are new to my channel, then welcome to the dark side. Remember to turn on your notifications so you know when a new video is out. I love you all so much, and I will see you guys in the next video. Stay unique. Bye!